Do you have thoughts that really bug you? I mean, those thoughts that are just horrible, terrible, no good, bad thoughts. Let's talk about that today on Meditative Moments. Hi, I'm Rongione. It's summertime here in the upstate of South Carolina, and for us, that means bugs. Lots and lots and lots of bugs. Unfortunately, the fly swatter becomes my dear friend during the summer, because with having a dog, we also have a doggy door, and the doggy door has a flap that doesn't always close just so, which lets in flies and mosquitoes and gnats and anything else that thinks they want to come into my house. So all day long it's buzz, buzz, and going, and I have to keep my fly swatter handy. And of course my dog Mitch likes to chase them too, so it's kind of like a three-ring circus around here all the time in the summer. But it reminds me of what goes on in my mind too. There's that buzz, buzz, that constant going, that three-ring circus that never seems to stop. And unfortunately all those thoughts that spin round and round in my head are not always good thoughts. In fact, a lot of times there's those pesky little bug thoughts. Those ones that really bug me because I know I should think better. I know I shouldn't have those thoughts, and yet they're there. So what do we do? What do we do when we have thoughts that we don't want to have, thoughts that we know we shouldn't have? What do we do with them? Well, according to the Bible, we take them into captivity and hand them over to Christ. It's like arresting them and then turning them over to God. In fact, 2 Corinthians 10:5 says, "Casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalteth itself against the knowledge of God, and bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of Christ." Taking them captive. And I think too many times we think of that as a passive thing, like just try to ignore it. You know, I'm not supposed to think that, so I'm just going to try not to think about that. That doesn't work. It has to be active, just like swatting a fly or swatting a mosquito. It takes action. You have to purposefully do it. That's what it's like to take those thoughts into captivity. You have to purposely, we have to purposely take those thoughts and say, I'm not going to think about that. God, this is a wrong thought. Please take it from me. I turn it over to you. And it's a constant thing when we have those thoughts constantly going around in our head. But after a while, it becomes more than just a habit or a passive just shoo it off and hope it doesn't happen again. By constantly taking action and placing those thoughts under captivity, we will swat those things out of the way, and sooner or later they'll stop coming back. Now, there will always be new thoughts and there will always be new troubles, and we're not going to have a perfect thought life this side of heaven, but it will get easier to recognize those things that bug us, those things that shouldn't be there. And it will get easier and easier along the way to say, no, I won't think that. I am not thinking that. God, I turn that over to you. And when we do that, He is pleased, and I guarantee you we'll be better off because we'll have fewer things bugging us. So keep that in mind this week as you go through your job and your home life, whatever it is that you do, whatever it is you're doing when those thoughts are just swirling. And remember, it's an active thing. Swat them, take them into captivity, give them to God, and you'll be better because of it. Thanks. I hope to see you next week. This is Rongione with Meditative Moments.